Hi, I'm Jeremy Drobeck with AmeriFirst Home Mortgage, and I'm here today with Alan Jeffries from Century 21, and we're going to talk a little bit about the process of disputing your property taxes. In the last video we did, we talked about why you might do it, and today I want to talk a little bit with Alan about taking the first step in going to the Board of Review. Alan, what is the Board of Review?
The Board of Review is a group of taxpayers within your community. There's usually 3 that listen to disputes or property petitions regarding your taxes. They make a decision on whether or not your property value should be lowered or if they should stay the same, or they could even raise them.
If I disagree with the value they have my house set at and I want to dispute that, how do I go about petitioning the Board of Review?
First, what you want to do is you can go to the State Tax Commission's website, and we'll have a link for it on the video here. And you need to get a petition to the Board of Review. It's called the Form L-4035, and that form allows you to state the reason for your protest and give that to the Board of Review for them to review.
So the first step's to file the form, then what happens?
Correct. Once you file the form, they're going to give you an appointment date. You really would like to appeal in person if possible, or you can just appeal on record as well. Or on paper. But once you go into the Board of Review, you're going to want to take in some type of information with you. I recommend you have comparable properties of your neighborhood. Find homes that are like yours. Take those with you and show that the Board of Review that your house has been overassessed.
All right, so when I'm going to the Board of Review and I'm taking in these comparable properties, what's the best way to, what is a comparable property? I mean, what exactly, how do I find those? You know, where do I get those from?
A couple different ways to find comparable properties. One is you can always call your local realtor. They can give you a CMA, which would be a competitive market analysis. They'll find like houses of yours in your neighborhood, and you can take that with you. Or you can go to your county's website, and on there they have the information of all the properties that have sold in their county or in your neighborhood for usually the last couple years. Take and do a search on that website, and what I would recommend is search by the street, and then if you own a ranch house, make sure you get a ranch house comparables, and then take those with you so that you can compare them with your property, and the Board of Review would be able to see that there's some type of value difference there.
Okay, so I guess I just can't go in there and say my house is not worth $200,000. I actually have to prove it to them and make my case, is what you're saying? Correct.
And what I recommend is most Board of Reviews will not come out and visit your house. You really want them to come out and visit. If they're just going to make a decision on paper, and let's say for some reason your house has maybe it's a little dated, that's something that will lower the value. Get them to come out, have them come and walk through it. And then while they're there, you know, show them the problems that you have. Maybe it's outdated faucets. Maybe you had a roof leak or something like that. Show them what the issues are.
Or even taking pictures in, I would imagine would
pictures work very well as well.
Okay, I know I've told a lot of customers I've had, it can't hurt to bring in more than enough rather than go in there with too little. Would you agree with that?
I would agree. The more information you have, the better.
Okay. And I know you're available for people in Southwest Michigan, Kalamazoo, Portage area that need some help finding comparable properties and stuff. You can always look Alan up and he'd be happy to help you, correct?
That is correct, yes. The one thing is, don't be discouraged if the Board of Review denies your petition. There are other avenues, and I'm sure we'll talk about that in a little bit. But the Board of Review, they're there. You have to prove that you're correct. The assessor, in the state of Michigan, the assessor is always right, and the burden of proof is always on the taxpayer.
Okay, so I think what you're saying is that you may very well get a no.
Correct, and probably 80% of the time you're going to get a no.
Okay. Alan, can you tell me when I can file with the Board of Review? Is it a specific time of year or any time of year?
Yes, you're going to get an assessment change notice in February. In February, the assessment change notice is going to tell you if your property assessed value went up or went down. It's also going to tell you what the rate of inflation was for the year. Your taxable value can only go up the rate of inflation or 5%, whichever is lower. So The board review starts the first Monday in March. Now cities can modify that day per their charter. So make sure on your assessment change notice that you look at the bottom, and it'll give you the exact dates. And make sure you call and schedule an appointment. Some of them only have one day, so make sure you get an appointment for that day. If they tell you that they're full, contact me and we'll make sure you get in there.
So I think that'll lead us to our next video. To wrap this one up, hopefully you learned a little bit about the board review process. It's really not a scary process. I've been through it a number of times, and you know, it doesn't cost you anything to go to that board review meeting. So I'd encourage everybody to do that. And I'm Jeremy Drobeck, AmeriFirst Home Mortgage, here with Alan Jeffries from Century 21.